Hey, everybody. Welcome to Metal Movies and Brewskis Live. I'm your host, Matt Burke. And tonight we're going to be having a bunch of fucking fun talking about all things metal. To kick off the show, man, well, basically, what I've been doing for the week, man, I've been working on my day job and then doing a bunch of commissions, working on my book Hell War. And yeah, man, it's just been jam-packed. Had a pretty cool meeting the other night with for the next Bastards book, so that's going to be pretty fun. So can't wait to start working on that. Yeah, man, I was at the comic book store today. A lot of the stores, man, they're closing down. There's this one over in Long Beach called Pulp Fiction, and they're not around anymore. I was just going to go there and take my kid there. It's just, not even there anymore. It's pretty crazy. Also, yeah, I went to this oldest store in Long Beach called Amazing. All brand new people working there. Bunch of kids, basically, like in their 20s. Which is just crazy. I wonder if they sold ownership to whatnot, but they still had a pretty good blend in there, man. They had comics, graphic novels. Right when you walk in, they had a big statement of indie, which I always think is a great thing, right on the left-hand side. So commended them for that. And yeah, I picked up the two Bloodrick issues, so I can't wait to start reading those. Lots of barbarian stuff out there right now. It's really, got me fired up. And I can't even find any of the Conan first 4 issues. They're hard to find from the Titan series, so I'm looking forward to picking some of that up. I don't know. Yeah, I've just seen random ones here and there. I might have to wait for the trade on that, but yeah, I've been hearing good things about that new Conan the Barbarian book. The artist on there, he's just fucking next level. I think his name's Delatorre. What up, Bascom? How you doing, brother? What's cracking, Chris? How you doing? Yeah, I was at the, just checking around for the new Conan series, man. They're already on, I think, issue number 6, and then they're going to kick off Sword of Conan. So they're going to have 2 new series out at the same time. And I think they're doing a Solomon Kane book, so they're going pretty hard on the Robert E. Howard front right now. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't do that, but I guess the book just selling so good, and they got some decent people working on it. Everyone's saying the book is pretty good. So I kind of want to. I'm definitely going to get up to snuff. I'm going to try to order those books pretty soon. And Jason's got a new book coming out too pretty soon, in about a week or 2. So I'm looking forward to that one. That one's just going to be some next level shit. Can't wait to see some absolute action, man. We're going to have to get you back on the show so you can talk about it, man. Yeah, man. Killer artwork. I had a meeting too with one of my buddies. We might start working on a new game too. New tabletop. We're looking at some other stuff, but I don't know. Those things they're pretty big right now too. There's this one I've been checking out. I actually have the book for it, and it's pretty crazy. Yeah, so this is it right here. It's called Morkborg. What up, Brian?
Man. Not bad. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, it's all good, man. I was just about to start talking about some Morkborg. I was at Morkborg. I was at well,
Morkborg.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. I was just talking about I went to a couple comic book stores today. I've been hitting up a bunch just to just the local ones, just to check them out and see what's going on. And one of them's closed down. There was this one called Pulp Fiction in Long Beach. It's gone. They had the biggest everlasting graphic novel sale every time you go in there. But I went to the biggest one in Long Beach today. Took my son Bane, and I was just like, he's just like, look at the pops. I'm like, no, don't look at the pops. I'm like, we're in a comic book store, son. We're looking at comics,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Damn right.
He's 4 years old, so I'm trying to implant it in his head. I'm like, this probably won't be here when you're my age, son. So just
you're
look at these
raising your chillins right.
Oh, for sure, man. And, I mean, I'm trying. No one's perfect.
No,
but,
yeah, no, of course. Of course.
He likes Venom a lot, so he's got like the badass like Marvel signatures Venom with the heads and whatnot. But yeah, man, I went in there to pick up a Blood Drick. I don't know. Have you heard of Blood Drick? That one. It's one of these new Barbarian books. It's pretty badass.
Blood Drick. I don't think I've read that.
It's new. It's only like a 3-parter. But I finally found it. That store had the 2 issues. So I was like, all right, cool. So now I just need to get the 3rd one when that comes out like next month or in a couple weeks. So
what was that book that I forget? I think it was Warren Ellis did that was about a barbarian. And but I had like this weird, almost kind of like a steampunk angle to it, right? Where there was like primitive technology, but it was taken to like an insane degree. It was called Wolf something or another.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of that one.
Fuck. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh shit.
But whatever. What is this? What
so Morkborg is a tabletop game. It's similar to like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's fucking metal, dude. And it's not as it's more aimed towards like normies, and you just get the book and you die like quick, man. It's got all these
metal album of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, let's get this straight too. Dungeons and Dragons, well, not like the version that we have today, always was fucking metal.
It was, right? Man.
Because there's something about the combination of horror and high fantasy that's like peanut butter and fucking jelly, right?
Peanut butter and metal.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just like these guys underground, knights and shit, fighting monsters and monster after monster after monster.
This is it right here. I have the book too. The book's $60, and it's a hardbound book. That you go by.
Right.
And yeah, right here, Death by Dice is a pitch black apocalypse fantasy RPG about lost souls and fools seeking redemption, forgiveness, or the last remaining riches in a bleak and dying world. So like you can be playing and you just fucking die like instantly, dude. That's what my buddy Miguel was telling me.
It's you know what it sounds like to me? It's making me think of Lost is it Lost, not Lost Souls. That video game that's like really, really hard.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah. Bloodborne.
No, not Bloodborne. It's
it's Lost Souls. Lost Souls.
It is Lost Souls, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I could never get into that game because you just fucking die so fucking quick. It takes you forever. I understand that some people like their games to be super hard like that. I'm just not one of them.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that. And here's like the character sheets right here.
Sheets.
Here's a bare bones edition. I like this. This art kind of reminds me of Marduk Knight a little bit. The dude running around on Twitter.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah, but I haven't played this game yet. I have it. I want to check it out though. Some of these games take a minute though, dude. You got to carve out like 3 hours of your day for most of them.
For like one game session.
Just I don't know about this one, but like usually for like tabletop games, they're pretty long, like 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, that's some fucking Ravenloft shit right there.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like Ravenloft was like one of the classic Dungeons and Dragons manuals because it was basically like you're in Dracula's castle, but the castle is just a fucking nightmare.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
Awesome.
The floors can open up and just drop down and just dump you in like a big pile of like zombies or fucking ghouls and shit. It was just great stuff.
I want to play this shit though, man. This shit looks fun, and I have it, but yeah,
you gotta find somebody to play it with though. That's the thing.
I'm gonna hit up my homie. It's his game, so probably gonna carve out some time. We'll probably go get a steak and just take over a restaurant and scream and yell real loud in the back. That's usually what we'll do because we talk real loud. You know what I mean? We're really passionate about our arts and our opinions and things and our politics. So we'll be in the back for like 4 hours yelling and shit. Like, can we have that booth back there so we could scream and yell? But yeah, man. And this game's really popular. In certain circles, and they've even like went on to make other ones. So I just wanted to show this game off and look at all the cool artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And, this is something that I'm going to be venturing to in the future. I'm going to be working on stuff like this. So,
I I think that your art would be a good match for this sort of a thing.
Thanks, man. And I know Adam Lawson's done some of the stuff too as well. His book, his game is pretty fucking dope as well. I was checking out his
He's
book.
done numerous like Kickstarters for
tabletop
games. Yeah, for sure.
And I'll be showing off more of that, like stuff on. There's more of this stuff I want to show that's fucking metal, like tabletop stuff, you know.
But dude, you should come on the horror stream one of these days and pimp that shit.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, man. How you been, Brian? What you been up to, man?
I'm all right. Forgive me. I'm like just finishing a yam because I'm trying to.
For sure, man.
Eat right and fucking slim down a little bit. I'm on the Mediterranean diet.
Oh, that's good.
Which is not a bummer at all, but like lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, shit like that, right?
Hummus? You eating any hummus? Hummus and celery? That's pretty good.
Hummus and pita bread is really good.
Nice.
And I just fucking get the hummus and then get like the roasted garlic on the side and just fucking dump that shit in there.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's good, huh?
So good. So good. Yeah. So it's like Mediterranean diet isn't a bummer. Like at all. They just discovered they can have like fish and everything like that. And it's not a vegetarian diet. You know,
no.
It's like one you can actually, certainly not a vegan one. You know, I mean, I love fucking Greek salads. I've always loved Greek salads. So pretty much every day for lunch, I'll have like a big fucking Greek salad. That is to say, black olives and fucking anchovies, stuffed grape leaves, tomatoes, just all kinds of crap.
Oh yeah, man.
I've been working a little bit on the Puritanian script.
Oh shit.
And yeah. A lot of the characters are starting to kind of just speak for themselves.
Oh, that's cool.
Like that's when I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it takes a while before you can get there with them. But I've just been mostly doing creative loafing. Like for me, it's like most of my creative work, it happens when I'm not actually sitting down and working. It's usually like the shit comes to me. Yeah. I wouldn't say that I'm like Mario Puzo, but it's kind of like what he described. Like he said, his wife always told him that he was a bum, like jokingly, because he's just bum. Like, I never see you work. You're just always on the couch, just napping. and he was just like, yeah, but what she didn't understand is that's when I'm doing my writing,
right?
And then when I get to the keyboard, that's just putting it down on paper.
Oh yeah, 100%, man.
But sometimes it's like also you do have to fucking just show up and just stare at that fucking blank page sometimes.
You're like, hey, how you been? What's going on lately? Can I buy you a drink? Yeah.
Yeah, man, for sure. No, it's just I'm having fun with it. Like I think that this is going to be cool, and we'll talk after the stream for sure. And cool. I still don't have anything like to show you, but because it's mostly just like, you know, a mess. I kind of write a lot of shit out of sequence and then move things around.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I'm starting to have fun with it. That's the key.
Part,
trying to have fun with it, and because you know, if something isn't fun, you'll find an excuse not to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How are you doing, my brother, man?
I mean, I've had some pretty bad allergies this week, and then I think I got like a sinus infection. But yeah, I mean, I've been trying to rest today, and then kind of got up a little bit. I took a nap for a few hours, took the sun out, and you know, I figured I'd pop on here for a little bit, talk about some metal shit, and see what's up with you, see what you're doing, and yeah.
Yeah, dude, I started listening to Dark Tranquility. That's like a band that you recommended to me.
Oh yeah,
it's like fucking just straight up fucking goth metal.
Yeah, definitely like melodic goth death metal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, and I'm like, you know, I'm a fucking goth metal fiend.
Yeah, you love that band. That's like, dude, that's like perfectly matched for you, dude.
You know, I mean, but it's funny because it's like when there are certain bands that when I discover them, right? Mm-hmm. Like Theater of Tragedy, one of my favorite bands, right?
Oh yeah.
And when I discovered them, they had already been around for fucking at least a decade.
Oh
And then
yeah,
I feel like a jackass because I'm just like, how
yeah.
is
I've
it
heard
not?
them.
I never even heard of this band, but
Yeah.
that's because it's not like back when I was like in my late teens, early 20s, where you had like a network of people that were into a certain kind of music,
Right.
and we would write. And I don't know if you had friends like this. We would
Oh yeah,
coordinate with each other, right?
definitely.
It's like, oh, new Slayer's coming out. Who's getting that,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, totally
Because
the same thing.
you didn't want anybody else buying that record because they could use that money to buy the new Motorhead record. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, who's getting the new Motorhead? And then you would just fucking make tape reps.
Tape copies. Yeah.
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 And
Back. I don't know. Like for us, we would just like always be hunting down, like trying to find new metal, like not the genre new metal, but new bands.
No, I know what you mean. New, not NEU, but NEW.
Yeah.
I always thought new metal was just a fucking stupid term anyway.
It was kind of cool, like growing up, because that was my era. Like I'm from.
Oh, there was some great music.
Yeah,
there was some great
cool
music.
songs. Yeah, there's some.
Mudvayne I really liked. There were
Mudvayne.
Bunch of yeah. No, that's the thing. It's like one of the, it's like this the scene itself, or that period was great, and really important too, because that's when metal started to become more like alternative music.
Definitely alternative metal, yeah.
Where it's just like suddenly it's like bands could have like unlimited kind of freedom. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a bunch of bands would just like do different stuff, like think like oh, we're gonna do 6 strings we're gonna do a 7-string album, I think even fucking Nickelback did that recently, but bands would do stuff like that,
Yeah,
Nickelback, stripper metal.
Yeah, because it wasn't like, I mean, it was so, if anything, was really encouraging for me because I came up during the era of fucking hair metal, which was heinous.
Yeah, that must
glam
have been hard.
metal. Suddenly, all metal was glam metal.
Pour some sugar on me.
Garbage, straight up fucking garbage, man. I mean, a couple of good bands, a couple of good songs, right? Rat had a couple of bangers.
There's a couple.
Cinderella actually had like a couple of good songs. I hate
to
say
Van Halen and Guns N' Roses were kind of like the best bands of that era because they were like doing different shit, but they were in there. They were in that era too,
AC/DC, of course, was still doing their thing.
Yeah, totally.
Brian Johnson once, Bon Scott died. So I mean, the thing is I was the kind of metal I was into during that period was the evil shit, Slayer, Celtic Frost, Motorhead. And those were bands. I didn't know any metalheads that liked those bands, but I knew punks who liked those bands. Like there was a crossover there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like with art films and horror films. It's like you're not going to get people who are into art films to watch horror movies, but you can get horror movie fans to watch art films. And then, of course, you can get some cool fucking hybrids that way. Did you freeze again?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, don't sweat it. Don't apologize to me. Oh my God, man. Did the Godzilla re-release happen yet?
No, No, I'm looking forward to that though.
Go see that shit, man. Go see that shit. Oh my God.
I can't wait, man.
It's rare that I'll say like, oh, you have to see this on a big screen.
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
Like one of those movies. That and The Northman were like the last 2 movies where I told people, you got to see this in a fucking theater. You just have to.
You got to see it, man. You got to see this.
Hell yeah. Oh, right. Mothman tonight, huh?
Mothman,
okay.
Yeah. I figured I'd pick something, something a little more mom and poppy. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, definitely out of like all the cryptids, maybe the most mysterious.
Oh, definitely, man. And for those that don't know, I'll read a little bit from Wikipedia you know, in West Virginian folklore, the Mothman is a humanoid creature reportedly seen in the Point Pleasant area from November 15th to 1966 to December 15th to 1967. The first newspaper report was published in the Point Pleasant Register, dated November 16th, 1966, titled "Couples See Man-Sized Bird Creature Something." The national press soon picked up the reports and helped spread the story across the United States. The source of the legend believed to have originated from sightings out of migration sandhill cranes or heron.
Yeah, but we know that's bullshit.
Gary Baker in 1970, John Keel in his 1975 book. So that's a little bit, but the history, man, just to tell you guys about it, you know, this place, Point Pleasant, people would, you know, see this moth creature, and you know, he would just basically show up right before fucked up shit would happen, and he was kind of like a you know, like a warning basically, and people would see him around the world too. And you know, the main one was there was a big accident in Point Pleasant on the bridge, and he showed up, you know, I think to most of the people that died on that bridge, and they seen him, you know. Also, there was I think the first one was there was these college kids or high school kids. They were coming home from a party or something like that, and they seen something on the road with like eating a dog or something like that, and it stood up and it had these red eyes, and they got real scared and they jumped in their car and they drove off, and then this thing just kind of flew after them and landed on the car and tried to get them, and you know,
oh my God,
they filed a police report, you know. And this is a picture right here of Point Pleasant. I want to go there and check this stuff out, man. That would be really cool.
They have a statue?
Yeah, that's some Point Pleasant right there.
Of a fucking Mothman?
That's where it happened. Yeah, they got a whole like fair and everything there.
Oh God!
We did a big thing about this with what's his face with when we did I did a piece for the Mothman book, Cryptic Legends, one of the first CG books with King Toad with Joe Ball and you know, with Shane Mess. And
that was back in the day.
Yeah, I think I actually might have that piece right here if I can.
Oh, dude, absolutely bust that out. See, that's awesome that they have a statue dedicated to their local mythological creature. Of course, is he truly mythological or not?
Let's see here.
You know, it's the older I get, the more stories I hear from shit and the wacky shit that people have seen, the more and more I find the shit more plausible.
Yeah,
because it's like these people, it's like they have no motive to lie, but they don't set your bullshit meter off at all. Like if anything, they have balls for talking about it, because it's just like Ray Ramos. Like, remember I asked him, I was just like, dude, like, you're fearless about this. Like, how can you just come out and talk about this when you know people are either going to think that you're a liar or that you're crazy?
Yeah, man, it's nutty.
He doesn't give a fuck, and there are people that just don't. That when you ask them, when they tell those stories, they're just very matter of fact about it. That is fucking awesome, by the way. Look at that. I love the detail. It takes like a while to take in.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that was that was my first like piece that I got, you know, brought in to be part of the book with, you know. And they made a trading card with me and Sim on both sides. Simon Poitier.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fun. And yeah, man, I got to take my crack at the Mothman, and I actually have a Moth character, a Mothman in my Butch Cleaver universe. So I got to kind of do a different spin on it, you know, with their universe, you know, and then do a little bit of hybrid of other ideas of my own. So it was kind of fun, man. I mean, it was a hell of a lot of fun.
This one has a six pack and riblets. Does the one in Butch Cleaver have a six pack and riblets?
Yeah, he does.
So the one thing that they both have in common is they both have a strong core.
Oh yeah, definitely. And this one's got the ears, you know, that kind of come up. And
I love the background. The background is especially good because I know that they're trees, but it just creates like this, I don't know, this interesting visual effect that makes it look just like a background of some kind. That is beautiful, man. I really like that.
Tried in there. I tried to. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You just froze again. No worries.
Yeah, it's yeah. Sorry about that.
Chris H, what's up? Unhinged, what's up?
There we go. Say what up to the chat. Yeah, man. Like if you were to color that, you'd be able to see probably more of the stuff. So
I don't like your shit when it's colored. I prefer your shit in black and white. Like I look at that and I'm just like, why would you put colors on that?
Oh,
but once again, that's me, right? Like with Jawbone Death, I looked at that and I was like, and I previewed it. I read it for Adam. Adam wanted feedback, and I was just like, please tell me you're not going to do this. Put the colors in this, right? But I see the colors, and the colors do look fantastic.
Yeah, they do. And like that colorist is really, he's really good with that style for coloring, spicy.
Yeah, no, fantastic, but I still think it looks cooler in black and white.
Yep. Yeah, black and white's sick, man. Can never get enough of it.
No, me neither. I mean, some stuff it should have color, right?
Yeah.
Like so many, like the French comic books, right? Which are like beautifully, lavishly illustrated and colored, painted, that sort of a thing. In that case, yeah, color. It's
oh yeah, totally.
But there's a difference between art where the intention is for it to be colored, and when there's the intention for it not to be colored. Like when you look at that's what I love about the old Marvel magazines.
Yeah,
is those are all in black and white, and the people that were doing those knew like there's not going to be any colors for this, so they would go heavy on the fucking shadowing and
all the rendering and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, man, like it's like, even like that piece I was showing you right now, I probably now, if I would do that, I would even ink it differently. You know what I mean? I probably just for like focal points and things like that. And I don't know, like it's like just drawing the eye in. Cause once you start going with black and white, like for, just storytelling and presentation, you know what I mean? You have to pick and choose. I really like what Mignola does, but at the same time, like a cross between like what he does and then what Bernie does, and then all the old EC artists that were before Bernie, because Bernie was inspired by a lot of those guys,
Oh, for sure.
So I don't know. It's just a lot to take in. Like it could be pretty challenging just doing a book in black and white, because you have to like edit while you're inking, in your head,
right,
while you're rendering and shit. It's pretty like, what's the focal point? I think Kristen Rossi in the scene right now. I think he's
oh my god.
I guess the best at that right now.
Yeah,
my opinion.
Yeah, he is.
I just seen the new the new Blood Realm stuff he's doing. We'll have to talk about that next week as well.
Is he coming on?
Yeah, he's no, he's yeah, that's a good idea. I know. Well, I mean, probably this show I'll probably show it or something like that. I probably have Rob on again.
Frozen again. What about Lucifer Storm? He was a fun guest, man. Oh man. But yeah, his art plus Christian's, his writing and Christian's art are just a great combination.
You should see the piece that he's got for the new. Man, it's this big, like epic. It's like a Roman like courtyard. Oh man, but huge, dude. Like a Roman city street, but it's not. It's Blood Realm,
Oh my god.
So yeah, it's on the sign up page right now. I did like a little like, oh, go buy this. And those Blood Realm books, those alternative books are dirt cheap, bro. Like, and even on the Indiegogos are dirt cheap, And Rob always does his own Indiegogo for Blood Realm like once a year, and all kinds of merch. And I haven't drawn any of those characters though, but I'm gonna definitely. Well, dude, they're doing a crossover, Blood Realm and King Cryptid. That's another one they're doing. And
cool!
It's gonna be fucking dope. Yeah, Cryptid's gonna go back into the medieval or to that fucking fantasy world. He's going there. So
Adam and Phil are doing a Kill Journal.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be sick, man.
Lost Pages crossover.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Because it's just like we've always talked about doing crossovers, but they so seldom happen. I know because I've written a few, and and they're just sitting there, and they're just like, and I get it, it's just like you want to make sure that the artists are, that they do it when they feel like it. They do it when they feel like doing it. At the same time, I'm like, motherfuckers, you have to let out. I wanted to see this shit, right? And then Ray and I were we got to talk more about the. There's an indication he thinks he wants to pull the trigger soon on the Dogman 6-gun gorilla crossover.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking dope, dude. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, and it's great because it's just like when we were talking, it's just like, okay, whose world is this going to take place in? And
right.
We went through. It's like it's going to be the Cryptindles universe. It's going to be more interesting to have my character enter his world than vice versa. It's
crazy because you got the two-fisted world and then you got the 656, border. I don't know. It just depends too on what era it's going to be in. That's another thing. What time period is it going to be in? So you got time period, and then you have okay. But I mean,
because it's got to be like when
6 guns around, right?
Yeah, when Kumba's still gunslinging. I can make him average gorilla lifespan is 50, but then again, he's not like a regular gorilla. Right?
So you got to do like old man 6-gun.
I've thought about it. If I ever do it as a regular series, I've always thought I'd love to do it like Jonah Hex and just jump around in time, right? Kind of like the Conan stories, right? Where in one story he'll be a king, and the next one he's a thief, right? 20 years younger, and then the next one he's a pirate, and so on and so forth. That's what's great about those types of characters. It's just like you can just fucking catch them in all these different periods. You don't have to be linear about it. The one thing that Ray was serious about, though, I think, and I definitely will do my best to accommodate him. He wants the Dogman to have a machete fight on top of a speeding train. I'm just like, we'll make that happen. If we have to like craft the entire plot just to get that scene in there, But no, it should be fun. Should be fun. We're gonna go real hard horror on it, and
fuck yeah! I think that's you guys would have to like right out the gate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a horror guy to begin with.
You guys, both you guys are. So you guys kind of like got to do that first. You got to fucking shoot that load out first.
Yeah, and having 6-gun fighting fucking monsters and shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Speaking of fun.
And then and like the Dogman character, it's going to be not long after he was cursed, so he's going to be
an asshole.
An asshole.
Yeah,
and that's also going to be fun to play with, right? He hasn't reached his redemption arc yet.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, one of the things that's fun about being able to jump around in time with characters.
People are going to love that.
I think so. And man, what can I say? I'm optimistic right now. I really am. I think 2024 is the year that we start mobbing up. And
I mean it's going to happen. Like things are changing around here, and
dude,
I don't know. Things are just different now.
3 words. Wu-Tang Clan. We need to create our own Wu-Tang Clan. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
like the dopest MCs. It's just like all the dopest people in the indie scene. We all need to. If we all put our heads together, we could be like the next Image.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. And that's like again when I went to the comic store today. I seen a couple of books too that were like crowdfunded that were in the store now in floppies. I was like, dope. You know what I mean? Like they were part of the scene, or just like I had seen them on fucking Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatnot. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers got in the store. That's good. It's where you're supposed to be in there. It's a big audience here, but it's a fucking a particle compared to the actual comic book store audience. And they're still around, dude. The store is still around. And once the books are, like the Ultimate Spider-Man. I went to all 4 of the stores. So how's that Ultimate Spider-Man doing? How's that Conan doing? Oh, they're doing good. They're doing good. And that Blood Dirt, people fucking love barbarian books now. They're all like sold out. Any type of, because I wanted to get barbaric. That's another one.
Is it great?
I'm never gonna like be tired of fucking barbarian books. Like,
no,
it's just my thing. I love barbarian. I'm a barbarian myself, really at heart.
Oh, dude.
So So
my people come from the Black Forest, the original barbarians,
right,
the ones that wiped out 6 whole Roman legions. How many legions was it? I know it was a lot. I know it was like a third of their fucking military marched into that fucking forest and never walked out, man.
Speaking of Black Forest, I got something black for you right here.
Black metal decode.
Oh yeah.
All right. I don't know who's gonna figure that one out. It's pretty easy though.
I think it is. I think it is, but we should wait. We should have like a countdown. Do. You know who has like a kind of hard one to figure out? Hooded Menace. Have you seen their name, or at least the one that's on Tritonus Bell? Yeah, it looks all cobwebby.
Oh really?
Because, of course, they're all about the
Templars.
Yeah, because they're all.
Oh, for sure, man.
It's funny too. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that book, Blood Dirk. It says it like it's almost black metal writing, and then underneath it says in captions Blood Dirk, so you can read it. You can decode it. It's pretty funny, like right on the cover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to guess?
I'm gonna count down.
Yo, in the chat.
Chris always guesses them. Chris
at least you can take a guess.
Yeah.
That was my guess.
Which one?
What Chris?
See, look at Chris. He got it. Boom. Yeah, you win, Chris. I'm gonna have to give Chris a special gift, man. I'm gonna have to do a special piece for him, man. He's won so many of these.
Yeah, he has. I know, right? Like, where's his cookie? There's something. Look at brother up.
Look at brother up. And looking brothers up. You know whose book just launched today?
No.
Our boy Rex Devil Flyer. His book
he finally fucking launched that?
He just launched it, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And he's already halfway there. And I guess maybe we could check out the trailer, see what it's all about.
For sure. I gotta stop my cam because I can't stand the idea of people watching this.
Yeah, so that's
cool.
The shit was pretty fucking metal. I didn't know it was gonna be a magazine. That's pretty dope, man.
Me
I like that. It's
a great idea.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm planning on doing one myself, but this is, you know what's interesting? I'm surprised that the Devil Flyer is the type of character that he is. I thought for sure he was going to be like an air ace, like enemy ace or who are the DC characters? The Polish pilots, Black Hawk, I think.
I forgot the name of them.
Right, or Air Boy. Right, I figured also Doc Blalock is kind of doing the Heap, and Air Boy shared a comic for a few years in the mid '80s. That's when First Comics was putting out. They were experimenting with putting out bi-weekly.
I see what you're saying. For some reason, these images aren't loading. It's probably my fucking stupid computer.
That's probably what could be a browser. Are you on Chrome?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
that's crazy.
Firefox and StreamYards do not get along.
Yeah, even this right here. But we'll figure that out. Rex is going to be coming on here on Open the Gates on Thursday night,
Hell
so
yeah.
we'll do a deep dive on this. But come check this out. I put the link in the chat. Most importantly, back at today, it's a pretty hefty sized book. First 24 hours is going to get a head sketch by Rex Christian from any of the characters in his universe. And Rex has a bunch of fucking dope ass metal characters in his universe. I've seen him,
he does.
Have different artists, commission them himself. He's a badass artist too. And he's got some fucking cool characters in there that look like fun to draw. So go on over to his campaign, check it out, guys. He's a big guy in the scene with us. He's always streaming, and he always promoting people and having people on and stuff. So he's a big part of the community. So go over there and check it out. Give him show him some love.
Yep, and he's already 53% there.
Yeah, he's gonna fund for sure.
No, I know he's gonna fund, but let's try and get him funded ASAP.
Yeah. And then some. Maybe even hit some stretch goals. I have his Ashcan too. So yeah, I the cover's dope too. Dillard did a great job on that, man.
Oh, Dillard's the shit, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, I like Dillard's art. Like I was looking at it and I was like, dude, he kind of reminds me of like Steve McNiven's art, like on Old Man Logan, dude. Like even because Dillard colors. And Dillard has a lot of styles. He has a lot of styles too. He doesn't just have one style,
dude. That's interesting because it's one of those cases where it's just like I don't get like the resemblance until somebody points it out, and it was just like, no, for sure, yeah.
It's like that, like in the colorist too. I forgot who colored Old Man Logan, but it made me think of Dillard. It's just that Dillard's facial expressions are more animated and more exaggerated, which I'm more of a fan of. It's a little more like realistic, cartoony with his realistic style, and then he has a full cartoony style for like Canadian Hustle. That's my even favorite more. Like I like that even more,
Yeah. He like moves into like the area of like John Falusi, the guy that did Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah.
Started out doing underground comic books.
Yeah,
like, head shop comics. Mm-hmm. Like he was like right there, right next to like R. Crumb.
Right. R. Crumb, dude. Fuck. Yeah. Have you seen that one book that Crumb did, like where it's like the passage of time, where it's like one house and it just shows like one panel that's redrawn? Have you seen that shit?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's dope, man. Yeah, so
one of the masters. Yeah. He started out making like pothead head shop comics and stories about men that like live in women's booties and try to sell you on the concept of like finding a nice warm booty. It's like, I'm talking, of course, about Mr. Snoid. Oh my god!
But it's just like
crazy shit.
Concept.
And then a genuinely great artist,
like fucking like really good, like
one of the masters.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that moved. He's one of those guys
visionary
that moved to France because they actually treat him like a real artist there. Yeah.
Like him, like for me, him and like Corbin really stick out as like visionaries from that like time of like this, like the stoner comics and shit. And like no one really covered them like that much. You know what I mean? It's hard to find stuff by them. I mean, the only like I don't know, even like videos and documentaries. Like whatchamacallit, the cartoonist kayfabe guys, they got a couple of videos with their stuff on there. Because they pull in a pretty big audience. Like a lot of the normie audience watches cartoonist kayfabe. And those dudes
it's a fantastic stream.
Comes on 6 a.m. every day consistently. And it's just like, they were there kind of at the right place, the right time. They got, and so people send in all the artwork. They got people making their own books and binding them and sending that to them, and
that's amazing.
They're like the only places where you could go to kind of get library of, works, like there's not really that like a channel doing it right now other than them or we're around doing it other than cartoonists. I mean, love them or hate them or nothing, but they got they do have an entertaining show and they do got some cool books on there. And I do watch that show.
And maybe one day our books will be on there.
I don't know. You never know. You know what I mean?
No, dude, you gots to dream. A man gots to have a dream.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Because it's Party shit. Why are we doing this if not for glory? Right? We all hope to be the people that are going to like that we can inspire people the way that we were inspired by the people that inspired us.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it's not a ignoble goal, right?
For me, I really want to just like I want to get good at storytelling. I want to really get good at like my drawing, and I want to tell as many fucking stories as I possibly can, dude. Like and I want to entertain people, even if my shit's cringe as fuck. Like even if the writing gets like even if I get good at what I'm doing and they still kind of find it cringe, but they're entertained by it. As long as they're entertained, that's my main thing. You know what I mean? Like,
don't worry, they're not going to cringe at like any of the writing or dialogue because I got your back. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm going to take like I told Sim, like when you get to the lettering stage, send that shit to me. And that doesn't mean that.
Did you do letters on your books? Did you do letters on Six Gun?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No. I do what I call ghetto lettering, which is to say, I open the file. This is my favorite part of the process. It really is. I create little word bubbles and then I put the type of the dialogue in, and that gives me an idea of is this too much dialogue for this panel? Because I don't want the panel or the page to look crowded.
Disrupt the flow of the story and all the bunch of things, bunch of reasons. Throw off the anatomy or the balance and composition of the page, the balance and composition of the story and the flip of the page. And
but then I'm also riffing off of what the artist did.
Right.
Because I may have a line of dialogue and I'm like, well, he looks like he's saying this.
It's hard, right? Like that's hard, right? Like that's like the end of the it's the end of the process though, like looking at the page and
I don't think that's hard. I actually think I find that like really fun because that's when you're really getting into like the collaborative nature of just the medium.
Because like when I do it all, you know what I mean? Like as soon as I start lettering, I don't give a fuck about what I drew. You know what I mean? Like I kind of turn in like a schizophrenic at that point and just say, fuck you, you know, fuck your art. You know what I mean? And then I just like, you little bitch, like you little, you know what I mean? Like this shit ain't precious, you know? So like, I'll just start putting word balloons over that. But when I'm drawing the panel, I try to think, well, this is going to be heavy dialogue in this panel or in this page, you know? So I'm probably not going to put like, in theory, a word balloon could go here. So I'm not going to overload it with like cross hatching and fucking details and a bunch of shit because I kind of need that. But then sometimes you do kind of want to draw stuff there because you don't really know where the fucking balloons are going to go. And you do want to basically you don't want to throw off the composition of the panel either. You know, sometimes it could just look kind of weird where it's just like a dude standing there. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you got to have that, but it's like, sometimes it's like for me, most of the time I would love to just draw backgrounds in every shot. Like, even if they're not there, I love that shit. I just love seeing like full blown, like, everything you can possibly get in a panel. If I could, I would draw backgrounds and everything. And you don't need it though. You really don't.
Sometimes you've done that.
Yeah, no, like, a lot of people do it.
Gerhard did that. Was doing that for Cerebus, Dave Sim's book, right? Mm-hmm. So Dave Sim would just do the characters and all the backgrounds.
Oh, and the background artists.
Yeah, probably this guy named Gerhard.
That's pretty cool though, man. Like if you get to a point where you're just like a publishing. You're a publishing house, you know, like, hey, we're doing this, we're creating a story together. We're you know, he did this, I did that, you know. I would even put the credit, yeah, you did the backgrounds, you know. Like, I did the characters.
Man, no, it says like by Gerhard and Sim, right?
Yeah.
So it's it's
I like,
dude, it's a good collaboration, you know, and collaboration to me is
Marvel
fun.
was doing that too, you know. Marvel still do it, you know. Like Marvel was always doing that too, you know. Like they would have a lot of like Latino, Filipino artists, and you know, like drawing the backgrounds and shit, you know, like the Conan books, you know. Like a lot of people don't talk about it, but like you know, but it's like fuck it, dude. I mean, like me now, I could do that. Yeah, like me, I would be totally
now that we make comics,
but now I'm for it. Like I would probably be down with that. You know what I mean? Like not at the moment because I'm kind of controlling on my art at the moment, but I could see myself not giving a fuck like a few years from now. Like, yeah, you do the backgrounds, you know, because I want to produce a lot of shit, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, dude,
yes.
Didn't Hart Heart do a variant cover for Smokes the Fox? I don't know.
I don't know. Did you mishear me? Because I said Gerhardt. And maybe
Gerhardt.
You
okay.
heard Gerhardt.
I have to still get the Smokes. Like, there's so many books I need to go back and get that I missed out on. Dude. That's one of them too.
I missed so many, man.
I missed out on one book I really wanted was Judex, the one with
yes.
the one with the that Von Klaus did a Black Terror, and the whole like Judex, it's just fucking dope ass book. I had to back that one real quick. So, but yeah, man, I want to switch gears and show you a movie that I've recommended a lot. I found a really cool video on the tube, and I thought you guys might want to get a kick out of it. I think this is one of the one of the most brutalist, best movies I've seen in the last decade, and a lot of you have probably seen it now that have watched the show because I've recommended it a bunch of times. So let's go ahead and get this shit copyright struck.
Oh hell yeah! Fuck yes.
Love how slow it is.
I know.
Slow and real.
Yup.
Big slow guy, big tall slow guy.
Yup.
Bringing the
It's a fucking bruiser. Who would have thought that Vince Vaughn would be like play such a convincing bruiser? But some dudes are just big like that. He's hard as fuck in this movie. Great fight choreography. Oh. Yeah. This is great. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the movie,
so good. Everybody, if you haven't seen this yet, what the fuck are you doing with your life, man? What the fuck are you doing? It's
one of the best movies I've seen in like the last 10 years. Like
easily.
It's like I'm like thinking like, was that movie better than Brawl? Nah. Was that movie better than Brawl? Nah.
Dude.
Like, oh, okay. That was Brawl in Cell Block 99, and that was Vince Vaughn. And I'm not even a big fan of Vince Vaughn. I know he's a funny actor, but
he's fucking amazing in that.
He's up here now, bro. He's at the top of my list. Like, I would put him in a lot of movies just like because he's beyond capable. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna find a role for you, dude. I'm like, I'm doing a Western.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna find a role for you. You could be in the Western too. Like whatever. Like just that PK Zoller, man. He's fucking visionary, bro. I can't wait to see his next.
One of the best directors. Yeah. He's him, Eggers, Cosmatos. He's one of those dudes. He's in that category of being like a modern Romero or a Carpenter or somebody like that.
Definitely, man. And for those of you that have not seen the movie, again, it's about this, ex-con that, it's tired of his new job. He's, he finds out his lady's cheating on him. He decides to go back into slinging, and he goes back into slinging with the cartel, and he tells them not to shoot cops. They end up shooting cops. So he ends up killing a couple members of the cartel. They end up putting him in prison. The cartel takes his pregnant wife, and they threaten to kill her and the babies unless he, executes a certain amount of people for them in a couple different prisons. So he has to do that, but also get some revenge throughout the movie. And I don't know, the movie's just a fantastic work of art.
Dude,
I still haven't bought it yet either, but it's always at the ready. It's always on Tubi or something,
Wait for the special 10
right
edition. Wait for fucking Shout Factory or Arrow or somebody to release a version of this, because they will. Because this is a cult classic.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
For sure, dog.
For me, you told me about this. And I watched that. Oh yeah, I watched it. I was nailed to my seat at the very end. The last shot of the movie, I was just like,
I
five
love
stars.
it. But at the end of the movie, like it's a perfect ending, but it's just like I love that character. You know what I mean? Like I could watch another movie with him in it, you know. But the thing is, he wouldn't. I don't know. It would be hard to make another one, you know. Like he wouldn't have the same impact. Like I don't know though. I mean, I guess it would have to come down to the writing. You know, you'd have to get a good writer.
I still haven't seen Dragged Across Concrete. I still haven't
that one's
watched
good.
that.
That one's good. It's way different, but it's good. You know.
Oh, I would hope so, but you wouldn't say that it's as good as this, or how would it compare to Bone Tomahawk? Bone Tomahawk I love, but fucking Brawl is just fucking insane.
Brawl is just the best one.
It's amazing.
That's his best. There's I don't think he's ever gonna top that. And as far as Zolder goes, and I love Bone Tomahawk, and the more I watch it, the more I love it. But Dragged Across Concrete, hard recommend. It's great. It's a good crime thriller. You know, told kind of like, I hate to say it, but I mean Zolder kind of reminds me a little bit of Tarantino a little bit. You know, and the fact that they had similar tastes probably in movies, but better. But he's a better version. You know what I mean?
But better, right? Because once again, it's like you get the feeling he likes the same shit.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Like, which I do too, right? But
Tarantino's more cheesy. It's more hammy in areas. And he hams it up in some spots. This guy doesn't ham it. He doesn't ham it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Tarantino
also
hams it up a lot in every fucking movie.
With Tarantino, if you know cinema, you can be like, oh, this is from this is from that, this is from, and just go through the whole movie. Rob Zombie a lot simpler. Yeah. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, right?
Yeah. Totally.
But with this guy and Eggers and Cosmatos, you just watch them and you can see who their influences are, but they never just fucking lift shit. You know?
Yeah.
It's
totally.
They're interested in more of like the vibe, you know, and a certain style of storytelling.
Yeah, the color and the feel that you're gonna get for it. But I don't know. Like I'm always looking for a new movie. I want to watch a Western probably tonight. I'm thinking Sabato or Once Upon a Time in the West. Or Django, one of those three. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm gonna look and see what's available online. You know,
I gotta recommend for you.
Yeah.
The Dark Valley.
The Dark Valley. Okay.
The Dark Valley. It's a German movie, and it's about a guy who's in the Old West who travels to Germany to this town, and he's of course the stranger, the mysterious stranger. But he's
that sounds like gothic as fuck.
It's and the violence in that is fucking brutal.
Dark Valley?
Brutal gore in that.
It sounds like a dope
savage fucking violence. It's so fucking good. One of the best revenge westerns I've ever seen.
What year did it come out? In the 70s?
Recent. Just like a couple of years ago. Yeah.
What's the star of it?
I don't even know his name. I know that he was in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
I'd have to see who he is. But damn, that sounds like a gothic western. I mean, you're going to Germany. You're from the West. Like that sounds like a book we would write.
It's 2014. Yeah, it's Sam Riley.
Okay, I'd have to see him. The name doesn't strike a bell, but I'm sure I've probably seen his face. I've seen that movie once.
The IMDb link in the
my memory is turning more and more into dog feces.
Yours and mine both, brother. You don't have ADHD though, or ADD, do you? Attention deficit disorder?
Probably a little bit. I've never been clinically diagnosed, but you know, I probably do.
Right, because the thing is, that shit gets worse with age. When I learned that, I was like, oh, great.
Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense, dude. I mean, it's cool when you're in your 30s because you can like multitask like a motherfucker, you know?
Yeah, no, I can still multitask some days, you know, if I'm ADD as fuck on certain days. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm getting some housework done today.
I just like focus. Like today was pretty good. I got a bunch of shit done today, so I was pretty happy. I finished a page. I started one of my commissions. Like one of the guys signed off on the layouts, so I'm already like almost done with the pencils on that.
Fuck yeah.
About to do the live stream. We're about to talk some pure tanning right now. Just talk some shit for a few minutes.
Yeah.
with our bullshit. But I want you guys to see. I want you guys to check out this new Darkane. If you guys never heard of Darkane, you guys got to check these guys out. This is their newest song, and these guys are from they're from Helsingborg, Sweden. And the drummer, he writes most of the music. He's a composer. He's a math teacher. And a couple of the other dudes, they're actually like they work for City Hall. So they put out an album like every 12 years. I've seen them one time. They're fucking awesome, dude. And a lot of people, like they're really respected in the metal community. The drummer actually did a song with the singer, or did an album with the singer of I forgot his name, of Dream Theater. I always forget. See, there we go again. I'm forgetting names, but check this out. This is the new Darkane, and I love Darkane, man. They're like they're in my top 5 metal bands, and so I don't really, or top 10, because but I didn't want to play out the new music too much. It's been out for about a year now, but yeah, this is their first single.
It's funny when you find yourself rationing yourself.
Yeah.
Music.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta stretch this shit out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be another 2 or 3 years.
Favorite drummer too, by the way.
What, Dahmer?
Yeah, he's my favorite drummer.
My favorite drummer? I thought you said some Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh yeah. And this guy was their first singer. He left. They got 2 different singers.
Yeah.
And then he came back. And they're all
very cool, man.
That shit was pretty dope. I've heard the song like 2 or 3 times, but their choruses kind of takes a minute to kind of, I don't know. That singer, he kind of, like forever I was trying to figure out like what he kind of reminded me of, and then was like, damn, dude, that fool kind of reminds me of Linkin Park a little bit. That high pitch kind of, but
yeah.
They were out before Linkin Park. Like, I'm almost like maybe right. Chester was listening to that motherfucker, because he was the first singer of the band back in like 19 fucking, I don't remember, dude, like back before even, like 1990 something. And then he left, and then they got a new guy named Andreas Saito, and he was my favorite singer, was the second singer,
Yeah.
Then they got a dude for one. He did 3 albums with that guy, and then the third singer was this guy Jens Broman. He was fucking dope too. He just did 1 album, and then this fool came back, and he's done like the last 3 albums. So, and he even goes and sings the songs that he didn't even sing on, like live.
Right. I always find that interesting.
But it's crazy, and then he has kind of like this like vocal pattern, like da 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 da, like the way he fucking spits his rhythms.
Yeah. Where there's like a rap influence.
Yeah, like the. Well, for me, I always thought it was more of like a Slayer, because Slayer, what kind of do things, like the way he kind of yelled.
Yeah.
Like,
for
I don't know, like, so I think that it was a lot. They have a lot of like thrash, like they're like a big fucking, I don't know. I think they're the best thrash band ever.
Really,
like,
you were willing to say that? You were willing to go on record
for sure,
that entire subgenre. Best
melodic death thrash. But the drummer too, he writes a lot of the stuff, and he does backup vocals too, and fucking, oh man, like just.
What's her name again?
Darkane. Yep. Okay. Darkane.
Like Arcane, but Darkane.
Yeah. Yeah, the first album.
With the K or with the C?
With the K.
Okay.
Yeah, but they got some crazy fucking off time like breakdowns and shit. That's why I liked about them, because they have thrash. They throw in a lot of off time signatures, fucking guitar. They sound different too. Like they always kind of stuck out a little bit,
That's always cool.
Yeah, that's Darkane. Like even if they had a new singer and he sounded a little different, he would always have, because the drummer, I think he was kind of like he's a vocalist too, and he does some backup vocals. I think he was there kind of like, hey dude, you got to hit these different rhythms with your voice. So he kind of kept at least the rhythms of the sounds of the different singers consistent throughout every album,
Well, isn't it interesting that when you look at bands that have like lineup changes, you discover that like who the driving creative influence is?
Yeah.
You always look at like, well, who's writing the songs? Like with the Ramones, who gets all the glory? It's always the front man, right? But sometimes it's that it could be the guitar player or the bassist or even the drummer. That's
for sure.
One that's actually like really writing the music.
This dude, this guy too, like I haven't bought this album yet because I don't want to play it out. But like the last, like the return of the original singer, like the Sinister Supremacy. Fuck, dude, that's one of my favorite. Like I like, damn, he's good, you know. Just a solid, like they in the albums, like they're worth the wait, you know. Like they takes like every 8 years or some shit. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Hooded Menace is going to come out with some new shit. Want new shit from them. Want new shit from Moonspell. Want new shit from Lacuna Coil. You know, there are always certain bands where I'm like, it's been. But that's the thing. It's like it used to be that bands could take really long breaks in between records. But now it's like if you don't come out with something like every 2 years, it's like people might forget about you.
Yeah, I think if I was in a band, I'd do a record, but I would make probably about like 16 songs, and then I would put probably about like 8 on the record. Or no, I would do 9 or 10 songs on the record, and then I would drop one every like 4 months, just a single, you know, that isn't on the record. It's just like a downloadable thing, and then maybe every like 10 years I would put all the downloaded songs out on the record.
I'm still mad at you. I'm still mad at you for not dropping the link to your new joint.
Oh, I didn't drop it to you?
No. Because it's not on it's not on the band's
it's on there. They're all on there. Oh yeah. But there's a bunch of random stuff. Like there's stuff that we're working on. We have everything on there. It's like an open book. My buddy's dad's even got it. For Dave's put one of his dad's songs on there singing.
On a direct link, goddammit.
His dad sounds like
seriously, that shit slaps.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it should be there's it should be on there. Map Finder. But yeah, man. Thanks everybody for coming on. Appreciate it. You should be seeing us. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to do this on Saturday nights when I can. And check us later out on Thursday, man. We're gonna be doing the Horror Movie Club on Brian's channel as always at 9:00. Do you have any idea what movie we might be doing this week?
You know, I don't know, because I know we've also talked about alternating between that and the Spaghetti Western Jamboree. Now, part of me is thinking, should we do our first spaghetti, or should we do another horror?
What up, dude?
I'm not sure, so I haven't decided. I'll leave it
to you, man. I'm down for whatever, you know.
What up, Kahuna?
Yeah, that's my man Kahuna.
You know, I found that really interesting that he actually was like one of his ancestors actually was the Big Kahuna, right? Yeah. And because I never even knew what that meant. I've never known what that meant my entire life. The Big Kahuna. It's like one of those phrases you use. We have no idea. And I guess it means like chief, right? Like a tribal chieftain.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What's up, Chris?
How you doing, Anthony?
Oh, did I say Chris? I did say Chris. Sorry.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's gonna be coming on too in a couple weeks too. Talking about his stuff. Dark Gift. Let's see here.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him a lot.
Yeah, man. Thanks for showing up, popping on, guys.
For sure, guys. Thank you.
Go check out if you can a Devil Flyers book he just launched today. If you back today, you can get a head sketch by him. Yeah. And
that book's been a long time coming, man.
Yeah, man. He's been working on it for a while. You know, I'm glad he released it. It's always good to see people put out their stuff. You know what I mean? They work on it forever. Yeah. So, oh yeah. Well, thanks guys for stopping by, and you know, always remember to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones to know your role. I'll be seeing you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.
I awaken from my own cocoon inside a skeletal